back, man. How's everybody doing? Episode 42 of Brickshots with Billy, dude. We're 10 away from the 1 year thing for all our episodes. Tonio, what's going on, dude?
What's up, man? You know, chilling, literally chilling. It's cold as hell in Virginia. I feel like it's gonna snow any day now, and I'm gonna call in to work and say I can't make it.
Matty boy, what's happening?
Oh, dude. Teams are winning. Life is good.
Oh, yeah. Dude, life rides at an all-time high when your teams are just winning. Like, it's just a great time. Just
like, it's fun. Like, if the basketball team, baseball team, like hockey teams are winning, but like when both your football teams are winning, life is good.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right about that. Let's get into it, man. We're going to start off the show on a kind of sad note, but we got to get it not out of the way, but that's going to be our first thing we're talking about. Rest in peace to Mike Leach, one of the better coaches we've seen in the league. This crazy offense of we're just going to throw the ball 1,000 times, and that's just how we're going to do it, try to stop it. Just can't beat it. I'll just share a real quick thing. The Texas Tech, so I'm a new Texas Tech fan, so it doesn't really count, I guess. But being a football fan, that 2007-8 year, when Texas Tech beat Texas on that Michael Crabtree last-second fucking 52-yard touchdown or whatever it was on that go route, was one of the best things I've ever seen in college football. So thanks to Mike Leach for that. I just want to say that.
I just want to say rest in peace, Mike Leach. Go to quotes. Definitely go to quotes, bro. Like my favorite is he was like, it's a little like breakfast. You eat ham and eggs. As coaches and players, we like the ham. You see the chicken involved, but the pig's committed. We're like the pig. They're like the chicken. They're involved. But everything we had rides on this. I have no idea what that means, but it was funny as hell. Like I don't know what that means, but it was funny as hell. It was just he was just energy, bro, like a different type of energy. Like while he was at State, of course I follow him, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, because I like Gardner. Not Oklahoma, but Washington, because I like Gardner. But when he got to State, of course I see him more because SEC person, and like when I'm at home, because I'm from Mississippi, WTVA played Mississippi State and Ole Miss Jones, and he always had a one-liner, like from talking about candy corn to whatever, bro. Like, you know, college football, they lost a real one, man. They really did.
Yep.
Matt.
Well, you took my candy corn one, so that's all I really have.
My fault. My bad, man.
Nah, rest in peace.
Respect, man. With that, man, we're going to move on to head coaching hires in college football. It is going to be interesting to see what Mississippi State does with the culture that Mike Leach brought, the recruits that he brought, what kind of coach they're going to get in there.
They already got a coach.
Who?
They moved their defensive coordinator to head coach today.
Is he interim or is he the head coach?
The head coach.
Oh, hell yeah. Good for Mississippi State.
Let me confirm, but keep talking.
I got you. All right, so we're going to go to Ryan Walters to Purdue, going from shit. Of course, it's going to skip me now. But going to Purdue after Jeff Brom's going to leave and go to Louisville. Matt, that's the Big Ten. That's your area. How do you feel about that hire for Purdue?
I think it's pretty good. If my memory serves me correct, he was a graduate assistant under Saban, and his whole like family is Alabama like ties. So, you know, maybe bring a little bit of Alabama up north to Indiana.
Yeah, bring defense in there.
Yeah,
I gotcha. I do think it's crazy. We'll go to the Jeff Brom thing now, just because we're still talking Purdue. Like moving from a program that you've built into a successful one. Now, granted, you're winning the Big Ten West, which is obviously that's the easier conference to win. You don't have the Ohio State, you don't have University of Michigan, like you don't have them, or a Penn State, or even Michigan State on that side. So that's kind of a cool. Now, when Big Ten cancels those divisions out, you know what I mean. That might be a little different story, but going to your alma mater, I think for Jeff Brom, like that's like probably the bigger deal for him. You know, he knows the area a little more. I know it's like the same, like geographically or whatever. But I think maybe he thinks he could bring something new. You know, he's been there. won some games there. So it's like, excuse me. So I like the hire. Anyone going to their alma mater, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue with that, really.
So yeah,
I mean, it's the same size school, so
Yeah.
similar success, I'd say.
They promoted their defensive coordinator Zach Arnett to permanent head coach.
Hell yeah.
I think it was like a 4-year deal or something like that. But they say he needed a strong leader. He had like the 39th defense in the country, so I guess that's
Dude, there's a lot of programs, dude. Like, I know it sounds like crazy. Like, if you say, hey, here's a top 40 defense, like, yeah, that's like low. But at the same time, dude, there's like a lot of fucking defenses in there, you know?
Yeah. So, congratulations to him getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take the W next year.
I hope in his office he keeps the photo of Mike Leach, like, just in his underwear, like, stretching.
Yeah, like, that's hard. That paint's hard, but he got to keep it. Like, they got
the painting was hard as fuck, right? Like, that was just, what a flex, dude.
Yeah. So, speaking of other coaches that we don't like, we as an Ole Miss, Hugh Freeze. I really don't even want him in the SEC, bro, because we was just rolling so well when Hugh Freeze was our coach. Like, we were rolling, bro. And I'm never gonna forgive you for calling some pussy on a school phone, bro. Like, like you could.
Like, you didn't have your own phone, you know? Like,
use one of the players' phones. Like, hey, bro, you know, you want some playing time, bro? I got you, man. Let me send that text, bro. Like, who gonna question a college student for trying to pay for some nobody? They're gonna be like, oh, he couldn't get none. Easy access. But he probably turned that Auburn program around.
yeah.
Really will. All you gotta do is win 4-5 games, and then they turn around.
That Auburn program is a fucking mess right now. But I think Hugh Freeze gets under the skin of Nick Saban, and I think that's like a bigger deal than like we're making it out to be, because when he was at Ole Miss, you were there. He was with Chad Kelly and them, right? Yeah, definitely. He takes chances on guys that
he beat you. He beat Nick twice.
Yeah, I was when I was looking at the schedule or at Hugh Freeze's records, I was looking at it and it was like 0-6, 0-6, 0-7, and I'm sitting here like, is Wikipedia like fucking high right now? But I forgot they vacated the wins.
Yeah, like, bro, and we was on sciences for what, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years or something.
So if you look at like the winningest programs and stuff, like the wins that are vacated, those are taken away. So I wonder what teams like USC and now like an Ole Miss, like what their actual, like what their legit records would be like put up for their all-time stats. You know what I mean? Because that's 6 seasons of 0 wins. Like, that's bonkers, you know, like looking at it in that aspect of it.
Yeah, but fuck Hugh Freeze. Let's talk about somebody that we know since we have to, you know,
Yeah. Salute Coach, those midshipmen. Yeah.
Coach got fired. They pulled what's his name on Coach right on the field. He fired him.
Herm Edwards.
Yeah, they pulled Herm Edwards on Coach, man. Hey, dude said, what's his name?
Ken Mati Alulu.
Whatever. I like him. He was a cool coach. I ain't gonna lie. He was mic'd up a couple times. I liked him, but his interview was funny as it ain't funny, but it is. He was like, I told the athletic director, why does Navy have an athletic director? Like, it ain't like, I don't know. Either way, he was like, hey man, Ken, calm down, just relax, let it sink in. He was like, Ken replied, it's been building up. And just let him go, man. I'm sorry, Matt loves our job. My fault, Matt.
What? No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I was like, you look disgusted with my joke. Nah, I didn't think that dude was ever gonna leave Navy. Like,
no.
Why? Like, what? Navy, what they think they gonna get to a national championship? Like, they ain't firing anybody for it, bro. Like, I just
It's
play
just kind of like you know how like in the Navy, right? Like you do like your one fuck up, like losing the Army, right? That was his one like counseling shit, and they were just like, just get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, bro. Like I ain't never seen nobody go straight to captain, man. No DRB, nothing. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And the CEO is just like, yep.
Dude, imagine it'd be like you're in your whites, right? And like you're at a event, and then you do some fucked up shit, and they're like, hey, let's do mass right now.
Right here, bro. Like, that's what they did, bro. Like, open mass. Right here. Players, gather around. This is how you become officers right here. Moves like this.
Bro, I do wonder if, like, is the Navy athletic director, like, was he, like, prior service or any of that shit? Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. That shit don't, I wouldn't, like.
So, about Coach Ken, I'm not going to fuck his last name up again, but about Coach for Navy, right? Like, he was the winningest coach in the program's history, right? Last year, they won 10 games. This year, they didn't have a great year, but it's like, now they're in a conference with a lot of these teams, and the best teams in the conference, I think it's the American Athletic Conference, they're leaving. Cincinnati's out. UCF is gone. Houston's out of there. They're all going to the Big 12. And it's like, this conference just got easier, and this man has shown you he can win games. So, like, what – I just got to know, like, there has to be a better answer than, like, it's been building up. Like, what the fuck?
He had to do something else, man. Some I don't know, bro. I really just don't.
Because
why the fuck do you fire anybody from Navy, bro? Like I can't really, like, there's no justification. Because, dog, like, it ain't just you versus Army versus Air Force. Like, it ain't 3 teams and whoever win it, y'all won the natty, bro. Like, get the fuck, like, maybe they think they UCF, bro, and this was their natty. They lost it.
Yeah.
Gonna hang a banner.
This is how they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But what about Trent Dilfer to UAB? How y'all feel about that?
I like it.
So I like the hire. Oh yeah, you do, Matt? Go ahead. You take this one.
No, I just like it just because I know it's high school, but the high school team he took over, they had like a terrible record. They're like the bottom of their division. And then he took them in 2 years. He won a state championship there with them. So, I mean, it's high school, but like if you can turn around a high school program where you can't really control who you're coaching and you get people you can coach, I feel like you could do, have success. So,
right. No, yeah. So he's won 2 state championships since he's been there. You're right, Matt. Like I feel like turning around a high school program is extremely difficult. And I don't think a lot of high school coaches get enough credit for doing it because you're getting the same crop of kids. Like, it's not like you're getting a new guy to buy into your program. It's not, you're literally getting, family from the same town. You're getting the same kids that, like, oh, my brother went to this school. My brother played football. My brother played fucking wide receiver. So, like, I think that's really hard to build this new culture to where, like, hey man, your brother fucking sucked. Like, you need to do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to do this so you could be better. And I think y'all remember it was a couple years ago, he got in a lot of heat because he was yelling at that kid on the side, like he slapped him in the helmet and then was yelling at him or whatever. What worries me, man, is this kind of more softer generation of kids and parents, and they're gonna, he hit my son, blah 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 blah, all this other shit. And I feel like that might make his stay maybe a little shorter. But I like the hire. I think he knows what it takes to win, and he knows. My favorite thing about a lot of these guys that played in the league and even just played at college football, like they know, like a Chip Kelly, like their talents were nowhere close to any of the greats, but they just understand the game and they're willing to understand they're not great. And it's like, I'm going to use the tools of what I could do because I got to these places in life without the skills, So it's like, I love that especially for young men to like, hey, you might not have it in this area, but you could expand on this area and be great.
Yeah.
Tonio, you like the hire?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like everybody be like, oh, he just came from high school. This shit is a different animal. But it's football, bro. Like,
yeah.
it's football, and he done won before at the highest level, at every level. So
Yeah.
win at every level. I feel like you can, if you can translate that to coaching. Yeah, I ain't mad at the hire.
Yeah, because you can see like the great players what they're doing and be like, all right, let me take that in.
I mean, cause we just seen it with Dion, like went from Trinity, four straight national championship.
He was fucking good too. They were good before Dion got there too.
Yeah. Then you go Jackson State, first year, and second year, 9-2. This year, maybe 13-0. So it can be done. Like it can be done. Speaking of hires and Jackson State, they hired from within and hired their wide receiver coach, offense coordinator, wide receiver coach, TC Taylor. And as soon as he got hired, flipped the 4-star, bro. So I don't think Jackson State will lose anything on the recruiting side, but I do think HBCUs will, because every 4-5 star can't go to Jackson State, bro. Like,
yeah,
I mean they can, but Jackson
you think Travis Hunter transfers?
Who?
Travis Hunter?
Hell yeah, he's gone. Everybody.
I think he's gonna stick. I think he's gonna stay.
Okay. I got you a cool $5 on that bet.
That's a big bet, man.
Now, who I do think want to stay is the son Shiloh. I think Shiloh really wants to stay because he left South Carolina to come play there.
Like now I gotta go to Colorado. Like I feel like too that's another big thing we're not talking about enough. Like, dude, like it's cold over there. Like, do people want to go? Like, because it's hard for the South to recruit for these like cold fucking places because it's like I don't want to play at Nebraska. It's fucking freezing up there.
Exactly. Dion already said it himself.
In Norman, I'll go to Stillwater. I'll go to Oklahoma State. Like, say that again, Matt.
I said Dion already said it himself. He took a visit to Wisconsin. He's like, "Why would you invite me here in the middle of the winter? I'm from Florida." Like,
and that's it. No shots of Dion, but that limp gonna get stiff on the sideline up there, boy. It's gonna be crazy.
Also, his chain game, dude, does not get enough respect. I don't think.
Nah, I don't. He's still prime, bro. Like, and
just icy as hell out there. Just
him and Shador, that 2 chain hard as hell.
It is, yeah, right. But I know we love Dion, so we can talk about him forever. But I'm gonna move on to Alex Gulish. He was the offensive coordinator for Tennessee, so the best offense in the country. He's going to UCF. Tampa is a
USF. UCF, USF.
Or USF, excuse me. Sorry. And Tampa is a hotbed for recruiting. In the last 6 years, there's been 19 5-stars just coming out of that area alone. So, like, I wonder because he's worked under Matt Campbell with a lot of those with that Breece Hall offense in Iowa State and stuff like that. So I want to see what he can do in UCF, and I think UCF could become a big problem in the AAC. So I just really like that hire.
Listen, what's the conference?
American Athletic Conference.
The conference Navy's in.
The A, yeah.
The conference Ken was finna take over till he got fucking fired, man. Anyway, let's move on to these awards, man. I really just want to go over a few awards. Because I argue with, I don't know if it was somebody on this show or if it was Hamilton, because Ohio State fans are fucking delusional. But somebody said that Will Anderson wasn't making a noise like he was last year.
Triple and quadruple teamed now.
Yeah, I might have been in the barbershop arguing with somebody like that, but they watched the podcast too. He was the defense.
Your hair still nappy like that, and you're still getting haircuts in the barbershop?
I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can tell a black person they hair and everything. So
Can I not? What if it is though?
I think you should just drink your drink. I don't think like.
Can I not say that you're ashy? If like, let's say Kevin Durant, if he's ashy, can I not say it? Because he doesn't get his hair either.
Nah, he you can say that about him, but
not about you though.
Nah.
All right, I was just checking.
I see. That's what we're gonna get into the Skip and Shannon. See, you just tried me. So,
take your hood off, dude. That's funny.
I'm a fucking.
Put your hood back on. Put your hood back on.
I'm a fucking Hall of Fame. But he won Defensive Player of the Year like I knew he would.
That's 2 times. That's 2 years in a row, man. Number 1 draft pick right there.
Bruh. I was about to say, and I wanted to name out all these Georgia players that'll be destroying Michigan. And it's not a championship being
okay.
Your best friend.
Hold on. So can we do this this is a little improv on the show. So Tonio, I want you to name the player, and then Matt, I want you to name the player that is not going to let them quote unquote destroy Michigan. Can we do that?
Okay.
Let's go.
Stetson Bennett.
The whole Michigan defense.
Brock Bowers.
It'd be a committee there. There's not one person who could stop him.
That's all I know. Oh no. The dude, the defensive tackle, the one that picked up Jalen Daniels with the one hand.
Oh, Carter.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah. Is his name Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah. The best center in college football, the best interior lineman in college football. Somehow not an AP All-American, but he's gonna handle him.
Bingo.
Who's gonna run on the Georgia defense?
Who's gonna run on Georgia?
Yeah.
Is that what you just asked?
Yeah, who
The
gonna
guy
run?
with one hand, Donovan Edwards, the Don.
Can Blake play?
Blake, it'll be like around the timeline of his like recovery will be the week after. They gave him 6 weeks. So the game is at 5 weeks. So
I would sit him out because if you
make sure. Well, because
he didn't win the Dope Walker, so he ain't like he's the best running back in the country anyway. So
that's crazy because
so
AP All-American.
I do want to get with that real fast. So the best running back was Bijan Robinson, right? He got the whatever award Tonio just said. There's too many of them.
The Dope Walker.
Yes, the Dope Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Like
Dope.
Yeah, they need to change it to Dope Walker because that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, Walker.
Yeah.
Like
but I understand why Bijan won it, but Blake did make first team All-American though. So it's like I think Bijan.
They gotta stop giving these awards to people who can't finish out the season, man. Like, how you an All-American and you don't make it through the whole season? You half American, not all American.
He played in every regular season game. Okay.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. 2 carries don't count.
Hey, he was in it. He was suited up. He was suited and booted and ready to go. But
you're wrong, Tonio. It counts as a start, dude. That counts as a start.
That's crazy. That's terrible. That's terrible. Look at the other running back in the column versus him. 2 attempts for 6 yards and then 9 for 216. Get the fuck out of here.
On one leg. We have one guy with one leg and one guy with one arm.
Hey, and the best offensive lineman in the country, according to you. And Bijan had what? What offensive line Bijan had?
Not a one.
Exactly, man.
He had to go against the Big 12.
Who?
They're still the Big 12.
Take it easy.
Who did?
Bijan.
Who's got a top 20 defense in the Big 12?
Iowa State does.
Okay. How many yards did he go off? How many yards did he have against Iowa State?
Like 57.
Dang, that's crazy, right?
What did Blake have against Illinois?
What did Blake have? He had 150 in the first half. And then
that's the game he got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. That's his half game.
Yeah, that's the 8th best defense in the fucking nation.
Yeah, and they showed you why. We get rid of your good players. Hey. This is cold game we in.
I know we were playing New Orleans.
So, All right, are we keep going? The coach of the year, Sonny Dykes. Are we? I feel like that's the one that everybody kind of can agree with. I don't think there's another coach you could be like to throw in for one.
I just seen that that's not even like the coach of the year. That's just seen there's another. Maybe it was. Maybe they released it, but Jim Harbaugh was a finalist for it. So.
No, he was the Big Ten coach of the year. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, but it's the Bear Bryant coach of the year, right? That's the award.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim was a finalist for it.
What about your boy taking home Heisman and the Player of the Year awards? Like, do you really think? All right, he won. Well, I guess if you win the Heisman, you are the Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Who won Player of the Year last year? I thought it was someone different besides the Heisman.
I can't remember. Give me a second.
I know it was. It's like the last 8 out of the last 10 years, they released the Player of the Year first, and they're the ones who normally win the Heisman. So I don't understand the difference.
Me neither. I think
It's just basically the Heisman runner-up award. If you don't,
maybe, but if let's see, wait, Bryce Young. Oh, Bryce Young won the Maxwell for outstanding player, and Kenneth Walker III won the Player of the Year. Okay, all right, so they did have somebody different, but this year Caleb took all 3 of them. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but all the other quarterbacks are going to the playoffs. So
yeah, that's what he said in his speech. I wouldn't have said nothing about that. I don't give a fuck about that. Like,
yeah, I think he was trying to get some sympathy there.
Yeah,
but he just won the Heisman.
Yeah, he had already won the Heisman, man. Like, that's just crazy, bro. But
that's bigger than winning a natty, really. That's the biggest achievement you can get in American sports.
The Heisman?
Yeah.
My bad, everyone. Got some family stuff happen.
But you already know what time it is since you came back, Billy.
What's that?
You know what time it is since you came back.
Bingo. Okay. So we're gonna hit Billy's best here. I'm gonna change it up after this week. We're gonna start doing a little bit of a different aspect for Billy's best, but this week I think it's staying the same, man. We're going the Eagles. Number one, I think the connection with AJ Brown is just so apparent that it's getting motherfuckers fired. So that's kind of a big deal. Do y'all? So if you look at if you watched Von Miller's podcast with Micah Parsons, he was like, "Is Jalen Hurts the MVP or is it the Eagles?" How did y'all feel about that? Whenever y'all read that,
disrespectful, bro. I feel like everywhere this dude go, bro, like the hate is crazy for Jalen Hurts. Like 24-2 at Alabama. Oh, he wasn't good enough. That's why Tua replaced him. Came in and beat when Tua was looking like shit. Came in and beat Georgia, right?
Yep.
And then Tua still hurt, and he still don't get the start. And then you disrespect him by bringing him in after halftime after y'all was down big against Clemson. Like, go to Oklahoma. Looks amazing. Heisman finalist.
Yep.
He didn't win it, but he was a finalist. So, I don't know. Coming in last year, everybody saying, "Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible." When they knew damn well that offensive line wasn't giving him. He was looking like Eli in his final years. Like, soon as you say Hut, it's a fucking NFL street on your back, bro. Like every defensive lineman was looking forward to playing the Eagles because they knew I can get 2 to 3 sacks today, especially the good ones. Like, especially TJ, JJ, Aaron Donald. Hey, can't wait to go to Philly, or can't wait to Philly come here.
Yeah.
I just feel like he done had a rough road, and he got like this humbleness about him. Like, they looked good as fuck last week, and he said we left food on the table.
Yeah.
I don't care if it is the team. That's a leader right there. That's the leader of that team.
It's not a Zach Wilson. Like, I'm not the fucking problem.
Exactly, like or Kyler Murray or none of them.
Yeah.
I think it is the Eagles, right? But I think it's because Jalen Hurts is the leader of that team.
And then name me an MVP on a bad team. That doesn't make no fucking sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I think, but my argument is, I would like the MVP should be towards the best player on a mediocre team, like willing their team up. It shouldn't be an MVP on the best team, and you just happen to be the quarterback and not make any mistakes. Like, if you look, like his numbers aren't great. Like he's playing very well, like good football, but like if you compare his numbers to anyone else in the NFL, he's not doing anything better, anything like outstanding, outlandish. He's not like
that's where you
Patrick
wrong.
Mahomes.
That's where you wrong, though, Matt. He is doing something
I'm
better.
not.
He's doing something better.
He's winning.
He's winning. He got the
That's
best
what he's
record
doing.
in the league. That's
most valuable player shouldn't be. All right, what quarterback didn't mess up on the best team in the NFL?
And I'm with Matt on that because that's my argument in the NBA also. It's like, is Steph Curry the most valuable? Because when he's out, they have a 720 winning percentage. You know what I mean? So, like, how valuable is that if we're looking at it that way? I do think Jalen is because I think if you put any other quarterback in there, you're not – the Eagles aren't doing this. That's not what they're doing.
Gardner, you think if Gardner comes in, he's not going to do well?
Well, Gardner's his own spec because Gardner could also be an MVP too. So
that shit not the same, Matt. Like, and you know it, but like,
no,
who's
I
your
really
MVP?
no,
not Jameson Williams, but who's your MVP?
No, of course not Jameson Williams. He's got one touchdown, one catch.
I just want to make sure.
I think just what Patrick Mahomes does. I think, yeah, he's the best player on the best team in the AFC. But the things he does, like that sidearm pass, like that stuff that turns into touchdowns. That's a difference maker. Like they don't do that. Like that game's way closer than it should be with the Broncos.
Yeah, because even
Patrick Mahomes.
My bad. Go ahead, Matt.
No, I just think it's Patrick Mahomes just because he is. Yeah, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Everyone kind of really knows it. It's like him, Josh Allen, like that. Those kind of guys are the you can debate it. And the Chiefs are a very good football team, but they would not be anywhere close to where they are without Patrick Mahomes because he improvises. He does things that other quarterbacks can't.
That is a damnable lie because Alex Smith literally had that team at 13-3.
Alex Smith is a very Alex. He can move around. He's mobile.
That's the same shit you just said about fucking Jalen Hurts. It's a good team, man. Like Alex Smith was good there. He just got hurt, bro. Like let's not be. Yeah. Let's not.
Alex Smith's a good quarterback.
Let's not act like Billy can't come and throw the ball to fucking Travis Kelce, bro. Like
that's true.
No, you could throw the ball to Travis Kelce. I know I can throw the ball to Travis Kelce. That's not hard. That's not hard, man. That's not hard.
Okay.
And don't use the AJ.
It's not hard to throw it to AJ Brown.
Yeah, don't use that on me because for some reason, some kind of way, it was real hard when he was in Tennessee for a buddy to give him the ball. So I ain't trying to hear that. Hey, come on, Matt. Like I knew you was coming with that, but I had to come back with that. And shout out
different play styles. When you have Derrick Henry, your whole focal point should be give the ball to
Derrick Henry. Was hurt, and he still couldn't get the ball to him.
Hey, here's a fun Derrick Henry
years
stat.
In Tennessee.
I'm gonna let y'all keep arguing. Hold on. Here's a fun Derrick Henry stat. Which running back has the most games with 20+ carries and less than 50 yards?
I mean, Derrick Henry, because you just brought it up.
Yeah, it's Derrick Henry by 8 games to the next guy.
Hey, and shout out real quick, because we got to do this. You remember when Harrison was on here? Because shout out to my boy John. What's up, John? We didn't get about you. But if I'm not mistaken, Harrison was talking all that shit about the Jags and all of that.
Bad wires.
Bad wires. And then the Jags just dust Tennessee ass. Like, hey, shout out to you, John. I know you would never say nothing back to Harrison, but that's my dog, so I'm going to talk crazy about him. Shout out to the Jaguars for beating the Notons. The Notons. They look like nothing when they played the Jags, right?
Oh, that was great.
Either way, Jalen Hurts the MVP. Back to that. I don't care what you say, man. That turnaround is crazy. Chiefs been looking good. Chiefs been good for 3-4 years. The Eagles haven't. And for them to go from to the number 1 team in the league, hey man, you got to give Jalen Hurts some of that credit, man. I can't pat. We've been
But
saying,
yeah, I'm not saying he gets none of the credit.
I mean, you said any quarterback could do it.
Well, all I was saying about Jalen Hurts is you look at his stats compared to any other quarterback in the league right now, he's not doing anything different than the top 10 quarterbacks.
Except for running the ball also.
I mean, I haven't looked at the running stats, but I'm sure he doesn't run the ball too much. He uses his arm more than his legs.
He doesn't. He got a rushing touchdown in every game, I'm sure.
No, he doesn't.
Jalen Hurts don't got a run. He on my fantasy. That's why I'm sure about it. That's the only thing keeping me in fantasy is Jalen Hurts. Like, I'm sure he has a rushing touchdown.
All right. So number 2, it's funny because we just talked about the Chiefs, so we don't got to keep killing. What is it? The Chiefs are my number 2 team still. I think it's literally, dude, it's the Chiefs and the Eagles, Super Bowl or bust. I feel like those are the 2 teams that are literally Super Bowl or bust. Like, you could say it about the Bills, but the way they look, like, I don't think any of us will be shocked if they didn't make the Super Bowl.
I mean, I don't got. I just don't think Tampa Bay got it this year. I don't think.
Of course.
I don't think Seattle gonna make no noise. I don't think. Hell, I can't think of nobody in the East that might make some noise. Actually, Aaron Rodgers,
the East
or the
NFC.
Y'all got any teams from the NFC giving them some?
Yeah. The hottest team in the NFC right now is the Lions. If we can win out and we get in the playoffs, then we have a chance to talk about it. But right now, like, it's improbable that we win the rest of our games, but we hold a tiebreaker over the Commanders, and then we just need other teams to lose. But right now, the Lions are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now.
Anyway, so you see a team beating them in the NFC? That's what I asked. I don't care. I don't.
The Lions can beat the Eagles.
Hey, take your fandom.
I'm not. We played them the first game of the year. We lost by 3 points.
And they got better. They've gotten better.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know he definitely got 10 rushing touchdowns this year, Matt. So I'm sure he leading the league in quarterback rushing touchdowns, unless Lamar had like a 3-4 or a 4-4.
No, I think Justin Fields is probably up there around 10.
Think so?
He went on for like that 4 or 5 game stretch where he had a lot of touchdowns running.
I don't know. I just now you're right. Justin Fields leads. He got no. I would say he the most explosive.
Again, my bad. Shit keeps happening inside. So the 49ers, they're the 3rd best team. I think they have the best chance to beat the Eagles. I think maybe the Eagles could be riding this high for a little too long, and it'll be like kind of like those number 1 seeds, like the Tennessee Titans, like the Ravens that one year. Like, they're just riding such a high. When they get to the playoffs, they get the first round bye. Bam, they don't know what happens, you know? And Mr. Relevant, Brock Purdy, is better than Jimmy G, and he's going to be the San Francisco 49ers quarterback for the near future. And I will die.
He kind of walked right into a blessing, man. It's kind of crazy for Trey to go down, then Jimmy G to go down, and there ain't nobody there, and you're actually good. It's like, and your team don't suck. I mean, Debo, I don't know what's going on with Debo's health this year, bro. Like, you saw what now?
No, I think he's only out for a couple weeks. I don't think anything crazy happened.
Was it Tony Dungy that tweeted out that to stop running skill positions, or Jerry Rice stop running our skill positions up the middle? I mean, you probably shouldn't be running Deebo Samuel up the middle, but that's also what makes him so good. But, I mean, it's kind of like hindsight, you know?
Yeah, right. Like if Deebo, like last year, what happened? Nothing happened to Deebo. So it's like, I I'm not a fan of that argument. I don't know if like I'm not necessarily saying y'all are fans of it, but it's like we want our players to be tough, and we don't like, oh, there's such a sissy hit on a quarterback. But then it's like, why are skill positions running up the middle? Like, where is the fucking balance? Like, how are you going to be Jerry Rice and talk about how mentally tough and how actual physically tough that you guys were back in the day, and then be like, well, I would never run up the middle? Like, what type of shit is that?
I don't know, man. Football is so different now, bro. Like, I love it because that's the sport we all play. Well, I don't know about Matt. Matt was on the chess team, and I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, fuck you. I was on the chess team.
I was too, bro. Like I was. That's why I say I respect it. I definitely want to. Michael Moore wouldn't let me be just a dumb jock. I had to be an intellectual. So
I never won in chess. I just want to get that clear. I
won a lot. But now I forgot what we was talking about. Nah, I love the game, but I think everybody getting a little softer, you know. If James Harrison was still playing, he'd probably be in jail. Like, they wouldn't find him, he'd be in jail. But like some of the players from the early 2000s, they be in jail. Like, it'd be bad.
Steve Atwater would be a criminal.
Matter of fact, like they did on Twitter, because you know that's where we at now most of the time. They did like when Devontae Smith caught that touchdown and the safety kind of let up and let him catch the touchdown instead of knocking his head off. And then they showed a play years back where the safety knocked this dude like smooth as fuck out, and he just got 15 yards for that shit, bro. Like, that's it. So but who's your number 4?
Number 4, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, dude. I think when you get into the playoffs, dude, having just Jamar Chase on your team is scary. Like, you got Joe Burrow who's getting time. That offensive line, nobody's talking about. That offensive line is getting their shit together. Making Joe Burrow, he has all day back there. Cincinnati's defense is the number 1 defense in the fourth quarter. They've only allowed 10 points in the fourth quarter in the last 6 games or something like that. So they're getting that lead. They're protecting it. Cincinnati didn't have Joe Mixon, but they were making Shimon P. Ryan? Yeah,
sorry, John.
P. Ryan. I know. Sorry, John. Hell yeah. Sorry, but they were making P. Ryan look like a fucking stud out there. He had 5 catches for 35 yards. Like, I mean, Joe's getting it out on time. And again, Jamar Chase coming back has really helped. Having T. Higgins out is probably not a great, or Tyler Boyd out, isn't a detriment.
Not good for Tonio's fantasy. Thank you, Tyler. Piece of shit.
Anyway, sorry about your fantasy team, Tonio. And then do y'all take the Bengals seriously? Let me ask that real fast before we move on.
I mean, I don't like to discount nobody that wins like Joe Burrow. He's a winner, but I don't discount him. And then, like I said, when you playing football with your best friend, it's like, say me and you was on the field and I was your tight end, and you knew I had it like that. But we was best friends. Like,
you're getting 20 targets a game, no questions
exactly. Asked. Like, I just feel like that shit. Of course, you come to play to win, so you're gonna look for the target, but you be like, "That's my dog. He not gonna let me down." And that's what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase got with each other. I feel like Joe Burrow, the most comfortable quarterback it is in the league when he got time, because he know, hey, this dude got my back. Like, this dude got my back, bro. So I don't know. I feel like we can't count him out because Jamar Chase, top 10 wide receiver in the league. Like, it's really can't one-on-one. Yeah, that's tough for anybody. I don't sauce all of them tough. So, I don't. I take them serious. I do. What about you, Matt? Don't say.
I think as long.
Yes.
Talk about the Bengals here. I think if you just have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, like, you always are going to have a shot no matter what your defense is doing. So you're always going to have like that. You know, what do they call it? Like the slugger's chance or something like that, like a puncher's chance.
There it is.
So,
yeah. That's weird. Because you just said puncher's chance. I always thought it was puncher's chance, and I don't know why, but that's just what I thought it was. Number 5, and this was the number 5 slot for this week was kind of hard for me, man. I'm going to go ahead and put the Vikings in there, just respect to the record. Now, they have the worst point differential for any team that's won 10 games or more. So I'm not silly to that effect. I'm not. That defense is not good.
I am not going to give Matt the stash any justification of making an argument about the Vikings. But like for 3 weeks in a row, if they not playing between 1 and 4, we know that they're not good. I'm not. So Matt, this is all you, man. I know what you're about to say. You don't even got, matter of fact, we don't even got to say it. Matt, don't respect it. I ain't got nothing to say about it, man. I know the record, we got to go off the record, but they do got Justin Jefferson, so that is a top 5 receiver in the league.
There you go. That's the best receiver in the league.
Yeah. That argument can be made. Like that argument definitely can be made. Matt, go ahead. I said something.
No, I just think that they're frauds. They have been all season, and now they have what?
I'm not saying that they're like I said with the Super Bowl or bust. I'm not saying the Vikings are even going to make a deep playoff run, but you can't not say that they're a great team when they have all these wins. Like winning close games too is a good thing.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, there's arguments you could make for plenty of other teams to put in the 5 spot.
Who would you put at 5? And then we got to move on to baseball.
Who would I put in the 5? I don't know. One team that just comes to mind that I trust more than the Vikings, but they definitely should be 5. The Seahawks with Geno Smith. That he is not getting enough credit. He should be in the MVP conversation as well.
He should be. I'm with you on that. Yeah, no, absolutely.
But probably won't be what is it? Comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
You gonna get that? I get it, Matt, but Pat and Jalen looking like they is and winning.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough for anybody else. And before we move to baseball, Billy, we gotta talk about this because I really want to know why everybody think they alive.
So Baker Mayfield gets signed to the Rams, right? So Tonio, how did you feel about Baker Mayfield?
Still suck.
Okay. Right. So we're moving on. Right? So
yeah.
Baker Mayfield gets to Sean McVay's team in Los Angeles, is there for 2 days. Old buddy gets hurt, and they're like, Baker, come on in here and you got to win us a game. And they beat the Raiders, which, God, the Raiders suck. It's just so sad to watch. But Baker goes on a 98-yard drive, and I don't think he sticks around with the Rams, but I think he just bought himself another year and one more starting job in the NFL on that drive alone. Am I crazy?
I mean, you are crazy, but not for that take. Now, the people that's going to give him another year, that's the crazy people. Like, bro, like I told y'all, he's nothing but a Johnny Manziel that made it a couple more years farther. Like, and bro, why are we talking about Baker Mayfield? I feel like Shannon Sharp, bro. Like, bro, Baker Mayfield is terrible, and I'm a Hall of Famer, so I can say that. Hall of Fame analyst, I can say that.
He's better than you. He made the league.
I made it to the. I'm a fucking Hall of Famer. Shannon couldn't say fucking. He said F.
He wanted to. Yeah, he was ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I got you. I'm a fucking Hall of Famer. Baker Mayfield sucks. He shouldn't get another chance, man. Anyway.
I know that you don't think he should get another chance, but do you not think an NFL team saw that 98-yard drive and some head coach is like, I can win with that?
That's the problem. That's the problem. Like, I know 3 to 4 to 5 to 9 NFL coaches was like, I can win with that. You know how many coaches every year?
I think the Jets are watching.
Oh,
Jets, Indy,
yeah,
Atlanta. Like, come on, bro. It's what the fuck going on in Carolina? Like, hey, man, Texas.
Bring him back to Carolina.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams watching, brother. Like, so
I respected it. But all right, Matt, your time to shine. I got a couple things to say about baseball actually this week.
We started off then. What do you got to say?
So I was just gonna say, Aaron Judge back to the Yankees for this crazy stupid deal. number one, I think it's crazy just simply on his health. Yes, he hits a lot of home runs. He also is not one of those home run guys with a shitty average and only hits home runs. So his on-base percentage was like 4th or 5th in the league.
Were you referencing a former Yankee that got traded this year?
I was Joey Gallo's fucking stupid fucking punk ass. Fucking bum. I'm glad that you know how much I hate Joey Gallo. But Aaron Judge, he was quoted at saying his legacy is more important than money. And it's like, well, yeah, but if that's the case, then don't sign any money so everyone else can. I hate when we do that. Like, Aaron Judge,
just because you took a $30 million pay cut over the next 10 years, like, it doesn't add up. And
you already are the AL home run king. So it's like, what does that matter to anything? Like, you already have your legacy. It's done. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's all I want to say. But we can keep going.
Well, then it was Carlos Correa signed with the Giants after what'd they call him? Arson Judge was supposed to sign with the Giants, but never went through, obviously.
Well, Carlos Correa, because I thought he signed a deal with the Twins.
No, he signed a 1-year deal with the Twins last year because the Twins were a pretty good team last year. They were just like a couple pieces away.
Yeah.
They bombed again, just like the Twins always do.
Of course.
Terrible franchise. And then Wilson Contreras went to St. Louis, replacing Yachty. And then, that's really the big. What's that?
What's up, Tonio?
Lil Yachty? Like Lil Boat?
Yeah, replaced Lil Boat out there in St. Louis.
I actually did. I really like the Wilson Contreras move because it doesn't put a lot of pressure on like a new catcher, like a first-year catcher for St. Louis, like a farm prospect or something. Like you get a established veteran in there to like take Yachty's place to where it's not this like huge thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, hey, he's not as good as Yachty. You know, we don't have to like deal with that kind of aspect.
Yeah. And then the Mets also, so they signed Verlander in place of DeGrom, but they also signed the top ace from Japan. I forget his name currently, but they got him for a 5-year deal, all within the same amount of money DeGrom is getting from the Texans. So the Mets, they're looking pretty good this year, but they also might go over $400 million for their payroll this year. So.
Yeah, but they got the richest owner in baseball too after Steinbrenner, I think, right?
I'm not even sure who the owner is.
Yeah, because they just got that new manager, the new owner guy.
I don't even know who it is, but most baseball owners are stupid rich, so money is not really an object. So $400 million, that's just like he shits that out every day. So
get it out of here. All right, look at us, dude. I can't wait to actually talk standings and see where the teams are whenever spring training starts.
Free agency's been pretty boring this year.
Because it's Judge and like nobody else. So it's kind because like Verlander, but he's old as fuck, so it doesn't really.
Well, the other one was like Correa, but like he left the Astros. He kind of like lost his shine, but he was still pretty good because he went to Minnesota for a while. He didn't really do that well in Minnesota, but then he just got one of the biggest contracts ever. So
yeah,
it was like $13 million, 350.
Well, next year when Shohei is a fucking free agent, I think that's where that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's go to
the World Cup.
Oh.
Arron isn't here. He finally got a real job, and we understand. Or he's just like Ohio State and can't finish in the fourth. Whatever. Whichever one you want to go with. See the Michigan man's here, but whatever. No shot. So World Cup, man, coming down to Argentina versus France. Both power-worthy teams, bro. Like, so this final should be crazy. Like, they had a memorable match last year or at the last World Cup.
Yeah.
And, but it was in the round of 16, and France won 4-3 after both teams had leads in the second half.
I actually got something to say about soccer, Tonio.
Well, shout out to my guy Evans because he's been waiting. What you got to say, man?
Evans, so if Cristiano Ronaldo wins the World Cup with Argentina, are we finally going to say that he's better than Messi?
No.
Fuck no.
What? Messi plays for Argentina. Ronaldo plays for Portugal.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
Ronaldo's gone, bro. He left.
Ronaldo been bounced.
and he was on the sideline while his team was playing. So, nah.
My bad. I thought I knew something about soccer. Nope.
Hey, don't worry about it, Evans. I get them right. My boy. But yeah, but yeah, man.
Give me Argentina then.
You got,
Give me Argentina. Winning it all.
Dang, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's like
Mbappe.
From France might have something to say about that. So
okay,
yeah, Evans, I'm on it. You thought I would just play FIFA, but I'm on it. So I can't wait for that. I'm ready to watch that. But I was just filling in for Buckeye. Shout out to Buckeye, man. And now we can go to everybody's favorite segment, except for mine. I'm just playing. Tonio's top tier, and I'm gonna shock Billy. Shock Billy.
Here we go.
Number one, we still got the Celtics, man. Even though we seen them get their ass beat by Golden State, it was bad. They should have.
It happens in the NBA like that.
It does. They should have lost last night, but some way, actually, AD, make your fucking free throws, bro. 2 games out of the last week, bro. Could have beat Philly and the Celtics. The same road on the same trip, bro. Make your late game free throws. Skip, shut up. It ain't Brun's fault for missing the 3 at the last. AD make the free throw. We don't care about it. They got a foul. We'll go to the line and make them shoot a full court 3, bro. Like, yeah. But anyway, Celtics, they record speak for itself, bro. Like Jason Tatum, he looks amazing. MVP. I think a lot of people in Butler. Shout out to my boy Butler. Shout out to Dre. We talked about it in the group chat. Jaylen Brown needs more credit. I've been saying this. He needs more credit. He's a consistent bucket.
I think regular NBA fans understand that Jaylen Brown does not get enough credit, and it's kind of a travesty, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of you know what it is. See, you're not in our community, bro, but it's been a war going on for years. Light skin versus dark skin. And Jaylen Brown just happened to be the dark one out of Jason Tatum. If he was light skinned, they both get more talk. And that's just a little joke. My black friends, you know.
I mean, raise you one. Let me raise. Jaylen Brown is better than Trae Young.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Speaking of Trae Young,
he been to the finals. Trae Young will never get to a finals in Atlanta. I can say that.
What's up, Matt?
I just seen Trae Young bought Clay Matthews' $20 million mansion somewhere in Miami.
California?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, is it Miami or California? Somewhere rich with palm trees.
Outside of Atlanta, because hey man, I don't think him and Nate getting along. Either way,
dude, if Trae goes to Miami, that's a team right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, Adebayo and fucking Jimmy Buckets, dude. That's a team.
The whole Miami squad hurt though, so I don't know. It's a rough year for Miami. My number 2. This is where the shot factor finna come in for you. My number 2 are the New Orleans Pelicans. Dog. And I would have thought that you would respect this one because first of all, it's coming in close to that money. I just want to let you know. And not only is it coming in close, this motherfucker's last 10 games has been 30s and 27s. And you said he wasn't going to. I told you. I said, Billy, Zion going to come back and he's going to be amazing. You said, he going to come back. He's just going to be fat, sorry, and sloppy.
Whoa.
Lost weight.
That's not what I said.
He stopped wearing them anime suits. Like, bro, looking like he looked like I don't care who you are, including you. You're not that big of a hater, nor are you silly to say that Zion don't look good right now. And
great.
And we'll talk about it later. But he disrespected the Suns and didn't give a fuck. And we'll talk about that later, though. I
can't wait on that.
The number 3 team is still the Bucks, bro. I seen Giannis took 4 dribbles the other night against the Warriors. Like, they beat the hell out of the Warriors, bro. Like, the shit was just bad, man. I felt sorry. Cause I like Looney. I don't know why. I feel like he an underdog on a really good team. Like he don't belong in Golden State, but he do what he need to be there.
Like, they pick on him like at lunch and shit.
Yeah, you ain't no shooter. You ain't no shooter. Like I feel like they do him like that. They know not to say that shit to Draymond because they scared of him now. I'm sure. But the Bucks are good. They still top team or second team in the East. So I would love to see the Celtics versus the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. My number 4.
Real fast, I just want to talk about the Draymond thing in Milwaukee. Did y'all see that? Did you see it, Matt?
He got the fan kicked out.
Yeah. So did y'all know why?
No, I seen like the clip of him telling Steph and Steph's reaction, but I don't know what he said.
No. So apparently this guy was like, Draymond, you're lucky you get a pass because Jordan Poole's from that area, right? And this fan was talking mad shit and was like, you get a pass, you're lucky, blah, 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 all this other like crazy shit, right? Like saying like you get a pass for like being in Milwaukee, like nobody's going to hurt you or whatever. And Draymond getting that dude kicked out, like, I understand, like, he's a man, he has a family, like, I get that. But if your persona of Draymond, like, of you being Draymond Green, this tough dude, this hard-nosed guy, doesn't put up with no shit or whatever, like, you're really going to go get a fan kicked out of the game just for saying some off-the-wall shit?
I understand that aspect of that. All right, so I didn't know this about Jordan Poole till I seen it. Jordan Poole kind of he gang affiliated, right?
Oh.
Jordan Poole is GD, but and they don't play up in that area. So if that dude happened to be one of them, Draymond did the right thing and saved his life. Cause you know that ain't no joke. Like him telling him you getting a pass, he teeter-totting on, yeah, we'll fuck you up out here. So
yeah, what I'm saying, then why didn't Jordan Poole do shit if he's gang affiliated? I feel like somebody wouldn't take that disrespect if they were gang.
First of all, kind of got suckered. So you know,
yeah, but that's when you get up, right? And
he got knocked out cold, so he really couldn't do anything.
Yeah, so I don't know what you want from him, Billy.
I don't know, man. If I'm in a gang and one of my dudes in my gang gets just knocked out cold and doesn't get up and do nothing, I'm upset.
Yeah, but he in the NBA. They know that. Like, they ain't going to jeopardize his career. Because who you think they're going to tie all this back to? Oh, he in Milwaukee. He from Milwaukee. This dude said you get a pass. Hey, Jordan, did you send a text message? Did you send a phone call to get Draymond hurt? Which could be the case, which couldn't be the case. All right? But nah, they smarter than that. Like, they smart. GD's way smarter than that.
Okay,
but
it's just I didn't understand, but I got you. Okay.
Jordan Poole's a Michigan man, all right? He's way smarter.
Yeah, okay.
He played at Michigan.
Make him smart. I get it, man. God damn, you plug Michigan. I ain't mad at it.
You're the most plug-in dude I've ever met in my life, and you're gonna get on Matt for his one plug in this whole.
I ain't saying nothing about Mississippi the whole show.
It's because you said you weren't going to talk about it because it's Mike Leach's day.
Rest in peace, Mike Leach, man.
Rest in peace.
I ain't saying nothing about Mississippi the whole show, man. You know, like nothing at all.
We talked about Jackson State earlier.
Dang, you got me. You got me. Let me get this off my head. Anyway, back to my number 14, man. I got the Memphis Grizzlies. They gritty in all over the court. Ja having fun. Ja the most explosive player in the NBA right now.
I think, is it me or is Ja having the most fun in the NBA? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Ja like this. I think he's this generation's AI with a lot more explosion to him. Like, he just going out there playing ball, having fun, bro, but still living his life. Like, you know, like, and the whole team young. I still think they need a vet, like a seasoned vet. That would be a team for Carmelo to go to and be like, hey, that's what we got to do because I've been losing, so I know what I need to do now. Like, and my number 5 team is the Cavs, man. Discount Donovan's. They still over there making noise. The Towers and what's the dude that don't know how to dress?
Alan Crabb. Or no, they're Jared Allen.
Sorry, John. I knew it's Jared Allen. I'm sorry, John, for Matt. Matt, when you mess up, you gotta say sorry, John.
You gotta say, dude, Matt, that's the show. That's the essence.
But the Cavs look good.
Isn't there a guy named Crabb that looks exactly like Jared Allen, though? Like tall. Who am I thinking of?
Alan Crabb.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
You gotta stop drinking them Trulies, man.
I'm not even drinking.
But speaking of, while we talking to Matt, Michigan, and all that shit, we talked about it like 2 weeks ago, and the sorry motherfuckers did it. Detroit is definitely tanking for Wemby. Like, how you leak the plans that you're gonna force Cade to be out for the year just so you can take for Wemby, and then y'all let it come out, and then a week later, yep, Cade out for the season.
I don't know how you can be out for shin splints for the whole year, but
yes,
something's happening.
So you can get Wemby. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how a shin injury can, like, he didn't break his shin. I don't even know what's wrong with his shin. Like, I know you could hurt your shin like that and keep you out of games.
Hey, man, you can't. But that's what Detroit.
I'll take Wemby on the team. I really don't want him, but I'll take him.
Don't worry, man. The only other way is that Orlando tell Pablo to do the same shit, and then y'all just go worse for worse.
Our only problem is Bogey's out here balling right now, and not happy about it because we're winning some games here and there with him. He just
so you shouldn't be worried. Speaking of Bogey, he definitely finna get traded. Y'all definitely.
I hope so.
Y'all gonna, bro. Bogey's gonna go to LA for a first round pick, and y'all just gonna stack it up. Y'all gonna stack it up, bro. Wemby 1 year. Yeah.
Troy Weaver put a gun to Utah's head, and we got him for free, basically.
Yeah. Speaking of soft ass teams, though, Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns,
I've been
light skinned team in the league.
I've been waiting for this. Can I take over on this one, Tonio, if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead,
dude. I've been waiting on this all week. Chris Paul, who I have the utmost respect for, he's probably my favorite point guard that's ever played the game. But the reason I like him is because he holds motherfuckers accountable. He doesn't play that soft shit. Hey, be here whenever we're running this play. This is where you need to be. You better fucking be there, or I'm gonna fucking get in your ass. That's what you're supposed to do as a leader, as a fucking coach on the floor, all that stuff. He's upset about Zion, a young kid, doing a windmill dunk towards the end of the game, looking like the softest baby poop bitch I've ever seen in my life. And it just upset me to my core. Dude, number one, let the kid have fun. Number two, what about the other 131 points you let them fucking score? Are you not upset about that? You're upset about the one fucking dunk? You Kardashian loving motherfucker. Fuck you. Stop being a bitch. Sorry. That was
so I'm gonna hit it with this, right? Bitch. I don't understand how a team that does that the most in the league, they got a whole reel of Phoenix doing that shit to teams for years since Chris Paul been there. Like, they've been doing that to teams. And then when Zion do it, because it was a windmill, it looked better than any highlight dunk that y'all got on y'all team. That's what it was.
It was a sweet dunk too, dude.
Like in-game 360 windmill for the finish and the walk-off. And the crazy thing about it is nobody said shit to Zion. Like, everybody want to smoke for Coach. Everybody want to smoke for this old-ass dude, but you got this big motherfucker y'all just walking by. Like, say something to Zion. Nobody said nothing to Zion. And then y'all got y'all ass cooked again the next game y'all played 2 days later. I love it, bro. Like, Zion walking off telling them to do it because they beat him last year. Zion's reasoning was amazing. Like, I couldn't battle with them last year. Y'all did the same thing to us last year. Every time I see y'all, I want to smoke with y'all. I love that shit, bro. Like, fuck that. Like, you're Chris Paul. Hey, can you sign my fucking Allstate or State Farm shirt? Nah. Fuck Chris Paul. You get under the rim, I'm gonna dunk on you. That's how I feel like Zion. And that's what he did. He dunked on every son. Every son that got in his way, he dunked on him. And you ask me to be mad about that? No. You want to fine him? Fuck the NBA. That shit's stupid. That was soft as hell. Chris Paul one of the dirtiest players in the league. It's this dude on Twitter called Devin's in the lab, and he been going over the NBA, like how people carry and how basketball a travesty for traveling. Well, he did a whole Chris Paul reel today of Chris Paul flopping elbowing people, punching them in the nuts, pulling them on their arms, pulling their shoulders. It's like 9 minutes worth of shit, bro. Like,
didn't he elbow Alvarado in that same game?
Yeah, in the throat, like on purpose, bro. So,
let's shout out that Twitter one more time. We'll tag him in the thing. What is it? Shouts out.
Shout out Devin in the lab, man. He just got a shout out from KD, our favorite Ashley person to talk about on the show. Still a bucket, still a bucket. But if you could talk bad about the show, retweet the show, do anything, man, like help. Hey, I'll take it. Still gonna talk about it, but I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
And the last thing for the NBA is the NBA trophies. So we started off with Eastern Western Conference going to Larry and Magic.
Yeah.
Now we got Jordan as the MVP trophy. How y'all feel about it?
Go ahead, Matt. You want to open with it?
Yeah, I don't have any problems with it. I mean, if you're going to call Jordan your best player of all time in your league, you might as well have your best trophy you can get called the Jordan Trophy if you're going to name it after people. So
I'm about that, and I'm in the same token. I like that the finals trophy is going to stay Bill Russell. I don't think they need to touch that. I feel like you said earlier, like we were talking about Johnny Unitas before the show, and you're like, who is 17 and knows who this guy is? I like that we have some of these old awards and these old players' names attached to some of these awards to where these young kids can look at some, the black and white highlight films and shit like that to see where the game has come and how far it's came, right? But I don't think anyone can be mad at naming a trophy after Micheal Jeffery Jordan. Like any trophy, regardless of what trophy it is, like because they could have named the Defensive Player of the Year the Michael Jordan Trophy, and I still have been like, yeah, no, that's a good idea. But I do think because the NHL has Matt, you can tell me because I cannot say it off the top of my head. You have an MVP, but then you have whoever scored the most points, right?
Yeah, they have a bunch of different awards. So they have like the Rookie of the Year, like Rookie Defenseman, and like they have a lot of awards just like the NBA does.
Right.
Like same in like the same essence.
Yeah, and I think instead of because I don't know who put in the notes, but instead of having this person just led the league in scoring, we could say they got the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Trophy.
Yeah,
but then is that crazy? Because if LeBron ever does break the record for the most points scored, like who gets it now? Because then we'll just have this generation of players, and then where's the Kobe Bryant award? Like,
well,
Kobe Bryant's the All-Star Game award.
Yeah, but they want to change. They want Kobe to be the logo. They want him to be the logo, and I'm not mad at that. Being as how much Jerry West loved Kobe, I feel like that wouldn't be nothing that he would have a problem with at all.
What still shot do you think they would use of Kobe though?
You said what?
Which still shot? Like like the one now, the way he's standing, Jerry West. But like, what would they use of Kobe? Like which iconic frame?
Probably him fading away. Like,
ooh, yeah.
Turn around jumper, fade away with the leg up.
I would go old school fucking number 8 Fro Kobe fucking throwing it down. That would be me though.
Yeah, you can get Fro Kobe. But my argument was like not the Jordan thing, because it's Jordan, bro. But I wanted to know like why Kareem got like the humanitarian award. But
it's the social justice though.
I don't like, okay, but what they gotta do with his basketball? Like I don't. So first of all, I think Kareem might be one of the most bitter Hall of Famers it is, right? Because he's after Jordan, because he's yet to say anything about LeBron closing in everything. He been criticizing him for like the last year and a half or the last 2-3 years, knowing that he was inching closer and closer. Yep. Every time LeBron do something, I wouldn't act like that. I wouldn't do that like this. When did we start showboating? Motherfucker, your team was called the Showtime Lakers. What the fuck are you talking about? We ain't act like that posing. Bruh, Magic Johnson got a whole fucking, his gift is him doing this and like, bruh, come on. You got the flashiest point guard in history and you wouldn't do that? That's a damn lie. but his numbers do speak for themselves, bro. Like, six championships, 6 NBA MVPs, 2 Final MVPs, 19 All-Star, 2-time scoring champ.
But you think that? So what other award do you think like maybe they can give him now? Because
you can't give him nothing now.
I'm
they missed the window to give him anything, bro. Because now, what you going like Kareem? They should have gave Kareem something a while ago because he cooked the league doing a hook shot. Couldn't shoot no threes.
Yeah,
like, he cooked the league with one move that you couldn't guard. Either he missed that hole or boom, you cooked.
Yeah. Well,
but now Bron gonna have that scoring record, and Bron accolade shits on Kareem. He gonna have the scoring. Gonna be top five in assists, top 10 in rebounds.
Yeah.
Like, what you gonna say?
Well, I don't think you could name an award after LeBron while he's still playing, and then he never wins that award potentially. You know, you played in the league with an award named after you, and you never win it.
I mean,
not saying that he won't, but like,
he won't. Like the league doing what they doing to your boy that you want to win the NFL MVP, Pat Mahomes. The league did that to LeBron like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, LeBron should have 12 MVPs by now.
Bro. Pat Mahomes should have won MVP the year after they won the Super Bowl again. Like, but they gave it to Aaron Rodgers, so they shadow banned LeBron from winning MVPs. Like, hey, you getting too many of these vets, all these greats. Like, you get the 8, 9, but so yeah, I don't think they can name anything after. He's gonna be the social justice award, but shit, LeBron probably could take that one. He don't open up a fucking school, like.
And you're right about that, but I did want to. I kind of feel like, and maybe I'm just kind of misreading you, but I feel like you're kind of poo-pooing on the award. Like, dude, it's kind of a big deal, man. Like,
I'm not poo-pooing on it. I just don't think it got nothing to do with his basketball. Like, I get him using his basketball, like his platform, to get the word out of there, but like this dude was actually top 10 player ever. Like, top 5, top 3. If you look at it for real. So I'm not shitting on the award because, of course, the social justice award near and dear to me because it was most likely protesting people that look like me, right? So I'm not an idiot. I'm not silly. I don't start saying your phrase. I'm not silly, but I don't think that there's anything that highlights how good Kareem really was. And if you think about it, and we'll close it out. If you think about it, Kareem really not never in nobody, hey, this best player ever arguments, and he should be.
Yeah.
Like, highest score off a fucking hook shot. That's insane to me, man. Like, that is insane to me. But it's always Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, never Kareem. Maybe you hear Shaq name more than you hear Kareem.
You hear a lot of Wilt too because he was a little bit before Kareem and all them points he was scoring.
Yeah, bro. So maybe I don't know. He should have stayed Lua Alcindor or whatever. Maybe he would have had an award.
No, but he would. I don't think he would have the social justice if he didn't change his name.
There you go. So I don't know, man. But hey, it's been a show, man. It's been fun.
42, killing it, man. I just want to give a big shout out. Appreciate all the fans, dude. We've been getting a lot of feedback. We've been trying to like fix things, but it's kind of having a real job like does not help doing this show, man. We're doing what we can. We're fixing things slowly but surely. But again, the feedback, the comments, like let us like keep coming at us with those, man. I'm not scared for y'all to say, "Hey, this fucking sucks. Stop talking about this." Like somebody literally texted me. Shout out to Brody. Texted me and was like, "Hey man, like you got to do something with this NFL. Like you're just giving us a top 5 and then moving on." So, big shout out to you. We're gonna try to I'm gonna try to definitely get us in a better rhythm with the NFL stuff.
Oh yeah, we on it. And shout out to the real fans that's been there. We definitely when we close this season out, man, we definitely coming back bigger, better, dropping merch so y'all can get y'all some Brickshots with Billy and Tonio gear, man. Shout out to Matt for being here, man, coming along for the ride. he don't really got much going for him. He's a Detroit fan, a Michigan fan. Like, so I appreciate you taking the time out of whatever you got going on aside from
Nothing but hope in my life.
Hey, well, this has been a good show, man. I've been Tonio.
I'm Billy, man. Appreciate y'all.
Matt, they don't know
Detroit
who you
fan. Yeah.